Morning, staff. This is a quick summary of our November 1st career fair coming at you at the end of next week. Some of us do better listening than reading, so I figured I'd make a short little video here. It's not going to be as snazzy as Ms. George's would do for us, but I think it'll get the job done. Every other year, we host a career fair, job fair, and this year also a health fair. And the plan is to run that on Friday, November 1st during first hour, advisory, and then second hour. The whole rest of our day is going to be the same. Third, fourth, and fifth hours are going to be run as normal. First off, thank you in advance for all of the help that you're going to provide to make this thing work for us. We're not asking a ton of you, but we are asking for a few things. As you notice in the email, we've got a set schedule. We've got some career boosts going in the East Gym at 7:30 a.m. for their setup. We're asking presenters to come in at 7:45. That's nothing that you have to deal with, but as far as kind of a timeline, when are things happening? In theory, your advisory students should be coming to you first hour, right? They'll show up at 8:07. You will have a piece of paper that is the Max Clement is going to go see the banking financial services people first round, and that'll be in room 206. Max will be in the East Gym to see the health fair, job fair, round 2. And then round 3, Max will be in Mr. Ring's room, 3, whatever, looking at engineering, right? Each student will have that half sheet of paper that tells them where they're supposed to go. It'll also have a sheet of paper that says, here are some questions that you could ask our presenters if the conversation starts to stall out a little bit. On purpose, we've cut our time down to 35 minutes a session. Advice that we got, a response we got back from you guys was 40 was a little much, so we're cutting it down to 35 to try and help spur things along. So 8:07, your students come in, take attendance, get them their pieces of paper, hold on to them until 8:25. At 8:25, we should have everybody kind of where they need to be. Some presenters are going to be in your classroom. Other times, maybe we would ask you to head down to the East Gym and help out. You'll know that before the day of, but we're still sorting that out because we got to figure out what kids are going to sign up for. First session is going to run from 8:30 to 9:05, 35 minutes. Students will have 10-minute passing time. There will be no second chance breakfast that day. Then second session runs from 9:15 to 9:50, another 10 minutes of passing time. Last session will run 10 to 10:35. At the end at 10:35, students should be coming back to their advisory, and we will have a post-presentation survey we're going to ask them to fill out. If you could ask them to do that while they're with you for that last 20 minutes, kind of the consequence of cutting down the time. There is a little bit of time on the back end where we need you to house your advisory kids for the last 20 minutes. Cut them loose at 11, just like we would, and we'll have a normal third hour, fourth hour, fifth hour. The things we're asking of you is as the presenters are going through, just like if you had a guest speaker in your classroom, if you could help spur the conversation along if it looks to be a little slow. Now, we're hoping that's not going to be the case. Cutting down that amount of time, we have advice for our presenters to give them a brief history of who you are, talk about your career, talk about your company, talk about how you got there, be as interactive as possible. But as you know, some of our students are not, that outgoing, and it may be a little bit of a lull. As much as you can help with that and spur on questions or ask a student that happens to be in your room, hey, Billy, you got a question here. They should have a piece of paper to tell them, here's 25 different questions they could ask, right? That's our plan. As if you have questions, please get a hold of myself or Lisa or Brandon or Larry, and we'll help you square things up. Thank you again for your help in advance. We appreciate it.